Bello, eh? Che bello tutto.
Fighissimo, bello,
bello tutto gheppardato.
Vorresti farlo veloso proprio?
Perché
il cappellino?
Inculare, va. Vabbè, niente, rimane giù.
Tieni, per ricordo.
Sì. Va.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's a warm welcome to the Brembo Grand Prix of Italy, round 7 in 2026, coming from the magnificent and majestic Mugello. You join us for the pre-event press conference, which has a very Italian flavour to it, as it should do here in Mugello. It's a pleasure, as always, to welcome Aprilia Racing's Marco Bezzecchi. Marco comes to his home round here, leading the World Championship by 15 points. He took his first front row start in Motogp here back in 2022, and Marco was second in the 2023 Tissot Sprint here, third in the World Championship, and top Ducati right now is Pertamina Enduro VR46 racing team rider Fabio Di Giannantonio. Fabio victorious, of course, last time out in Mugello for just his second ever MotoGP win, the first for VR46 since Marco won in India back in 2023. Fabio took his first ever MotoGP pole position here in 2022, his first World Championship podium back in 2016, and he was third in an all Ducati podium here last year. And completing today's lineup is Ducati Lenovo team rider Pecco Bagnaia. Pecco 8th in the World Championship with 3 sprint podiums so far this year. He took his first Sunday podium last time out in Barcelona, and what an amazing record he has here in Mugello. Wins in 2022, 2023 and 2024, and Pecco also the winner of the sprint in 23 and 24. Gentlemen, welcome to all three of you. We'll start with a general question first, guys. You're all Italian, obviously. You're all here riding for Italian teams and Italian manufacturers. It's 50 years since the first Italian Grand Prix here in Mugello back in 1976. This track is spectacular. The atmosphere, always spectacular. Guys, can you describe the emotion of racing at home here and with the top speed and the undulation as well? Is this just about the biggest adrenaline rush you guys get of the whole championship? Marco, we'll start with you.
Well, for sure it's fantastic. First of all, the track is very beautiful, so this already makes everything a little bit better. And then, of course, as we are Italian and the crowd is super loud, and we can feel the extra push that they give us. So it's a very special Grand Prix for us, and we have the time to enjoy a lot with the fans, and to enjoy especially riding. And to see, don't be able to see the grass anymore on Sunday outside the track is fantastic.
Fabio, a special weekend as always.
Yeah, this place is just amazing. I just done the track walk around, and you know, every time you join this track, you feel a different kind of emotion. The heart starts to beat a lot, and it's just beautiful. It's quite magical. It's super motorsport. The track is real, the layout, and then, you know, all the people coming, all the landscape that you can see. So it's such a crazy weekend for us as Italians, and also, yeah, for all the manufacturers that we represent, the factory, the team. You know, it's a true special weekend.
And Pecco, I know that you love Mugello, you love racing in front of the Italian fans, a special weekend as always for you, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah, it's about to start the best weekend of the season, so it's always fantastic to arrive the track on track with your car from your home. So you feel it, and as soon the day is starting rolling over, day by day, you feel more passion, you feel more people around the circuit, on the crowd, and it's fantastic. The layout is one of the best. We really literally enjoy every single laps. Looks that this season will be also hot, so we'll be super enjoying.
Marco, we'll continue the press conference with you. Leading the World Championship, as mentioned, you've done a lot of winning in the last few weeks and in the last few months, but what would it mean to you and to Aprilia to win right here in Mugello this weekend?
Could be very nice. I mean, it's obviously, I think, a dream for every rider to win their home GP. So I dream it too, and could be amazing. But at the moment is only Thursday. So first of all, we need to start in the best way possible the weekend tomorrow. So let's try to focus day by day. But obviously, to answer your question, could be like a dream come true.
Let's hope that dream does come true on Sunday. Marco, if you look purely at the results so far in 2026, Catalonia looks like probably the hardest weekend of the season so far. Do you think that's just specific to that circuit and you expect to be back fighting at the front once again here in Mugello?
Well, it's difficult to predict what will happen, but obviously is what I hope. I mean, in Montmeló, it's true that I've been struggling all the weekend, so hopefully here we can start in a better way and make a good weekend.
For the time being, thank you very much to Marco. We'll come on then to Fabio Di Giannantonio. Fabio, it was a real roller coaster Sunday for you in Barcelona to take that second victory. You didn't ride at the test on Monday after the crash that we saw after Alex Marquez, that is unfortunate incident. So first of all, how are you physically and raring to go here this weekend?
Yeah, I'm good. We just needed to go home a little and reset, to try to do a few checks if everything is alright, and it is, so I'm really happy. So it was just, we need some relaxed moment, me, the team, and everybody at the end. It was a scary Sunday, sorry. For sure, it ended in a great way that we won the race, but then it was all around, too much adrenaline, too many emotions, so we definitely need some time to reset, to refocus for this weekend.
As mentioned, we've had this conversation so many times already this season. You're having a fantastic year, Fabio. It's not just the speed that's been there right from the start, it's been this consistency as well. You're sort of in the podium battle every sprint, every Grand Prix. What's been the key to your success so far, do you think?
At the end, it's always difficult to put just one thing in front of everything. I think teamwork, at the end, as I said many times, is my first time in my Motogp career that I have the same staff for 2 seasons in a row, and we are just building from all the data that we have already last year. So we are able to arrive to the solution of the problems much earlier than last year. So it's amazing to work at this. Everything is much easier and much faster, and when you start a weekend that maybe the feeling is not fantastic, you can early go in a good way. So at the moment has been this the key to improve.
And special helmet time, as always, in Mugello?
Yeah. Mugello always, we require a special helmet for Mugello, and this time the idea is coming from a texture of my dream car that actually I bought for this year. So it means a lot for me, because it was my dream to buy this kind of car, and I bought it, and this is like an artistic way to represent this car, but it's more like if you set a goal and you work for it, you can achieve it, and this time was that for me, and it was nice to represent it on my own GP, and also the texture is quite nice, quite abstract, so yeah, I thought that it was a good idea to bring this helmet on this track.
And that win bonus from Catalonia helping to pay for the new car, I'm sure, as well.
I'm putting back the money now.
Great luck, Fabio. Best of luck to you this weekend. We'll come on then to Pecco Bagnaia. Pecco, so many special Mugello moments for you. I think about the hot dog celebration, the kiss celebration a couple of years ago. Moments I know you'd love to have again here this weekend. Do you believe now that you and the GP26 are a package that can be in the fight for the win this weekend?
Right now, not. We need to be realistic, and we are working well, but it's quite clear that Digia right now is in a better shape with our package. Aprilia super strong, KTM normally here are strong, so it's clear that it's a good track for Ducati, but we need to analyze these things better and starting to improve from Friday. I know that my riding style suits well to this track. I feel always great in this track, but we need to also adapt the bike to me.
And you said in an interview with Motogp.com this week about believing in the process to get yourself back to the level that we know you have, the level we saw over the last couple of years. Where do you feel right now you're at in that process, and is completing that process more to come from you as a rider or more from Ducati on the technical side?
It's a combination of both. I'm not adapting to last 2 seasons bike, and I'm struggling quite hard on being competitive. But we are working, we are trying to find some solutions. Last year was very tough. This season I feel a bit better on the bike, but the results are not arriving. So we need to think more on other direction, and I think maybe some solutions are arriving. But it's a long process, and it's a both of combination.
And just finally, guys, to all three of you once again, Marc Marquez has passed a fitness test. He will be reviewed after FP1 tomorrow morning, but Marc is back. He is the reigning world champion, guys. So just to get your thoughts on that, do you expect him to be immediately back in the fight for wins? And even though he's over 80 points behind in the championship, do you still see him as a contender, Marco, with you? Your thoughts on Marc being back?
Yeah, for sure he will be extra competitive, because if he comes back means that he's ready. Marc is very smart, so he knows what to do. And apart from this, I think you can't rule out the current world champion to the title fight. So for sure he will be there.
Fabio, you already had so many great battles with Marc so far this year, so I guess looking forward to a few more.
Yeah, for sure. We need the reigning world champion on track. We need everybody on track, and for sure, I think Impact is great. It's an extra motivation to have the best at the moment with us on track. For sure, you cannot rule out for the title fight, as Marco said, because at the end we saw already a big comeback from Pecco from 91, I guess, points.
Senza sprint.
Without
sprint.
Esatto. So I think definitely he will be in the fight, and will be fast, I'm sure.
Yeah, Pecco has completed an amazing comeback, of course, in 2022. Pecco, you know Marc very, very well. He's your current teammate. I mean, how good is it to have him back?
Like Marco said, if he's back, it's because he's feel that he can fight, and it's difficult to think Marc arriving here just to take points. So I spoke with him this morning. He was feeling quite good. Apart on, he's not worried about the feet. He's just worried about the arm, but I feel the shoulder. But I think it will be strong.
That's enough from me for the time being then, guys. Thank you very much. Motogp Social will be coming up later on, but for the time being, we'll hand over to please questions from the media. Thank you.
Hello. Here, Borja González for the song. A question for the all three riders. Which is your best memory of this track, but not with you as protagonist? I mean, in these 50 years, if you don't have one, maybe it's also good to know your first memory. Thank you. Grazie.
I was coming here when I was a kid with my family to see the MotoGP races. Fortunately, I've been lucky because I saw many victories from Vale, and I was a fan of him. But I also saw the battle from Simoncelli and Pasini in 2009. I was here. So I think this for sure was one of the best memories that I have.
Yeah, 2014 or 15, I don't remember exactly the year, but I have been here with the 10, you know, with friends to see the race, and I saw a lot of great, fully fun things, pretty illegal, but great things on the on the hills here. So yeah, it's a party. It's an amazing party. Maybe sometimes a bit too much, but it's an amazing party. You can feel a lot the passion, this special feeling. So that one for sure I will remember forever.
The first memories I have from the track is 2004 when Vale won with the wood helmet. It was an amazing battle because maybe it was not flag to flag, but was raining, so it was a difficult situation, and he won. And I remember from that point that this track. And one of the best, I think, the fight again between Sic and Paso and Pasini, I think was amazing under very difficult conditions. They were fighting super hard, was like a training fight. Normally, when we train with our bikes at home, we are quite more aggressive, and it was very nice to see.
Adam Wheeler. Question for Digia. On this circuit, in your opinion, where can the rider really make a difference? Where would you tell the fans to watch out for the difference you can make?
I guess the Casanova Savelli Arrabbiata 1-2 that would be qual era 6 Casanova 6 6 7 8 and 9 that section is pretty technical because it's like you enter into the first one and how you enter to the first one it makes great or really complicated all the other sections. So therefore she is the most spectacular, the most technical. You have to be super precise. You have a lot of different kind of bankings. So I think that is where you take the most of the time.
Hello, gentlemen. Here at the back, I have a question for you, Pecco, and also one for you, Digia. Pecco, after Barcelona, after the race in Barcelona, you said that you talked about the safety commission, and you thought that people who would not go to the safety commission, it was their problem or they were the problem. I do not, maybe you can correct me. But we know that after the race, you guys from the VR46 Academy, you had a meeting, you talked about what happened in Barcelona. Luca told us that you guys met up, right or wrong? Bez was not.
No, I was not there.
Oh, yeah, okay. My question is about you, to be honest, because we know that Luca and you are very passionate about the safety commission, and I was wondering whether you tried to convince the other riders to go there as well during that casual meeting.
It's difficult to convince other riders to come because it's half hour of their days. And maybe someone's event or physiotherapy, so work in the garage, so difficult. For me, it's an important half hour. It's true that in the last period it's more difficult to ask things because the level of security, of safety, have increased a lot, so they are doing a good job. But it's more in that kind of situation that we need more voice, and to have more voice we need more people and in the safety commissions. And yeah, we spoke about after Barcelona we were speaking with was Luca, Frankie, me and Vale, speaking about more or less what happened in Barcelona and what we can maybe change for the future, in the future. And surely asking to don't do the third restart is not correct, because if we are doing a third restart, it's clear that the safety is there. It's more a problem of the rider. And then one thing that maybe we can start studying, we can ask to them, is to helping us to be everybody in the same situation, because in my case, I crashed my bike with the spare tires were out of the track, so I needed to race with a front used from qualifying, uprated rear from Friday. So I was not in a very ideal situation, in a very safety situation, but it's what it is. So we need to put some ideas in the box and start speaking about everything.
Okay. And my question to you, Digia, is a very simple one. You talked about your helmet. What kind of car did you buy?
I cannot say for... I cannot say.
Okay.
No, it's not for me. It's for partners and stuff, so I cannot say. You can see in the parking. So
yeah, yeah, but it's quite clear from the text.
Yeah, but don't say too much. If not, I get fined 100%. So
also the right of Digia on the back.
Thank you, Pecco.
Hello there, it's Dimitri from Greek. It's Dimitri from Greek Television over here. I have a question for all three of you, actually. Since obviously the beginning of the sprint races in 2023, we now have 2 race starts instead of 1 race start. If you look at the number of races that are missed by riders because of injuries, 20% of them originate from lap 1, turn 1 incidents. And that seems quite a high number to me. And it sort of brings me on to the question of the whole shot device. And this is what I want to ask you about, because the only reason I can see that anybody needs a whole shot device is because everybody else has a whole shot device. Otherwise, you wouldn't need it. And really my question is, to what extent do you think that that device has contributed possibly to more injuries than we would have done? I do accept that lap one, turn one's always going to be dangerous, but it's the extent to which perhaps these devices have made it worse. What do you think?
I think you already answered to your question. At the end, first corner after the start is dangerous with every bike. The problem is that, it's not a problem, but the MotoGP is quicker than Moto2, Moto3, so the braking is very difficult, and it's not because of the device, I think. Then for sure in some tracks, like Le Mans for example, is a bit more difficult because in the first corner you don't really brake too much. But I don't think it's because of the devices that sometimes can happen a crash in the start. At the end, we all make mistakes. I made it, he made it also. So everyone in the grid is something that you really can't remove. Is part of racing, I think.
No, I don't think that devices make big differences. At the end, everybody has the same. So also, if you see superbikes that are pretty fast, like us in the first corner, sometimes you can see a few disasters. So first thing is that we experience the first corner all together just 2 times per weekend, and it's really difficult to. Let's say while you're doing the lap and you know that the first corner here in Mugello you brake at 200 meters, 250 in between there, and when you do the start it depends a lot on how you started. Maybe if you arrive too fast or too slow, the braking point is different, so every time is different. You don't have a really clear point of reference where to brake, first of all. Second, I think the only thing that really makes it quite critical is that we arrive in few tracks in really high speeds, but not in the speed that we are used to ride, because it's better to arrive every lap in 360 and brake in the same point, or arriving one time at 300 not knowing where to stop the bike. So I think maybe in the future we can work a little to arrive a little slower to the first corner. It can help a little, but I think also that we will see sometimes few mistakes at the end. We are all together, 24 riders. Now with these bikes, we see how important it is to start in the first corner, first lap. So everybody will be aggressive. It's much more about being conscious, careful, and try to don't create problems, let's say. But it's pretty tough to predict.
I think that it's just not unsafety, but more difficult in 3 Grand Prix of the calendar that are Le Mans, Silverstone, and Phillip Island, that are the only ones where the first brake after the start is not heavy, so it's easy to don't disengage the devices. But apart that, devices or not, is not more unsafety. Or without the devices, you start to waving more on the straight to don't make the bikes wheelie. So it's not for the devices that have increased the level of injuries. It's because we start twice. You want to gain more position that you can in the first part of the race, because then you know that if you are stuck behind, it's difficult to overtake. The front tire pressure goes up. So. You know that a possibility of gaining advantage is the first acceleration, the first brake, and you try more. But incident in first corner were always there from the first race we had, and will always be there.
Hi guys, Miserocchi, Corriere Romagna. A question for Fabio and Marco, maybe also for Pecco. This year look like a time machine. 2018, 3 drivers play for the championship Moto3. Marco, Jorge, and Fabio. And we know the end. Is the same time a battle? Is a rematch? This should be the battle 3 until the end of this championship, or maybe we can have Pecco on the other driver who make to do the poker or face in this year.
It's not the same because it was in 2018. Now we are in 2026, so for sure is another one. Honestly, I think it's a bit too early to think about this. The championship is super long, and as we all said, with 2 races every weekend, the amount of points that you can lose or gain are a lot in a very short time. So it's good at the moment that the fight is like this, but for my side, I don't want to think about it too much. My target is to try to focus on myself. Then for sure, if after the half of the championship or more later will be like this, then we can speak about it.
Yeah, I think it's quite early, as Marco said, but also on my side, I'm okay that at the moment we are a bit closer as 3 compared to the others. For sure, I hope the best for all the other riders, but also for Pecco. But I'm trying just to do my best and try to be as close as possible to Marco and Jorge at this moment. And then, for sure, we still have a lot of races to do, but for the show, it's much better when we have a lot of riders fighting for the championship. For my side, it's better to have less. But then, as Marco said, I think everybody of us are just focusing on ourselves. It's quite early, and everything can change in just a couple weekends. So let's just continue to be focused.
Do you have anything to add at all, Pecco, or happy with what Marco and Fabio said?
I don't see myself inside of the fight right now, so no, I don't say anything more.
Okay, for the time being, guys, thank you very much. It's time now for Motogp Social, so I'll hand you over to the hostess with the mostest, Mr. Kiko Giles.
Thank you very much, Matt. Far too kind. MotoGP Social, we are asking this week, how fast is Mugello? I know it's very fast. That's not the answer we're looking for. We are going to flash through 5 questions. You guys should know the answers because you guys obviously know this place better than anyone else. So let's start. So the first question is, what's MotoGP's fastest recorded top speed at Mugello? Pecco, what have you gone for? Bez, you're ready as well? Guys, all happy? All gone with A? Yes? Good, because that is the correct.
KTM.
Bonus point for you, Pecco. Number 2, how long is the braking zone for turn 1? This data has been provided by Brembo.
But the moment you start braking till you release the brake.
The data has been provided by Brembo. I guess the braking zone.
Senza fare troppe domande, su.
I made a mistake.
Pecco, what are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Bez? Okay. Fabio, why did you change your answer?
Because I didn't think about till when we keep the brake. I thought about the breaking point.
Okay.
So I did a mistake, yeah.
No problem. I think you're all correct. Anyway, yes, it is C. Does anyone want to try and get down in braking from 158 metres, or is that too much to ask?
258?
158.
No.
No. Okay. Next. 3. Which of these 3 has the highest top speed at Mugello? Is it Formula 1, MotoGP, or GT3? Of course, it is MotoGP. Right, next.
We studied till now.
Very good. Yeah, I mean, you guys would know.
No, ma in chili?
4. What's the maximum force applied on the brake lever when braking? Is it A, 5.5, B, 4.9, or C, 6.3 kilos?
No.
We were slightly quick. Someone else is doing this today. It wasn't me that time, but the answer is A. What have you gone for there, Digi? B?
Me, B. Because it was 4.9, I didn't know the answer, it was my number, so I put 49.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Bez, what did you go for? C?
C.
Me.
Pecco?
C.
Because 6.3.
I like your thinking. 5.5.
Yeah, but we don't use kilograms.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
know.
it was bars, the pressure.
Seems very low. 5 kilograms.
Data was provided by Brembo. Number 5. Which turn has the highest entry speed? Is it A, Casanova, B, Scarpa, or C, Arrabbiata 2? is what that should
No.
Arrabbiata 2?
Ma allora...
Arrabbiata 2?
No, I keep this.
Are you sure?
Sì, I try.
Yeah.
It was Arrabbiata anyway.
Fuck.
Is there any other question that we should add? Have we missed anything? You guys know Mugello? Any other question? Anything else we should look out for next year, maybe?
How many parties outside the track?
How many shows? No, how many?
The decibel that people around do.
I tell you what, leave it with me. I'll get back to you on Sunday about the parties. But for now, if you can sign the boards, Matt, back to you.
Yeah, sign the boards, guys. That'll be great. And then we'll get you to stand for a photo first with the boards.
E butta dai, tu.
Photo with the boards first then, guys. And then we'll get one without the boards, and then you guys can crack on with